Hey everyone, Emily here and welcome to my kitchen. It's that time of the year where I'm starting to get a ton of zucchini out of my garden and it's not gonna stop anytime soon. So I'm trying to find some new ways to use it up. I tried this recipe the other day and it came out great. It's basically little zucchini tater tots. You mix it up with some eggs and cheese and breadcrumbs and it comes out really good. This recipe is super simple. I'll show you how to throw it together. Let's get started. This recipe comes together really quickly, so while I'm prepping all my ingredients, I'm going to preheat my oven to 425 degrees. I'm going to start off by chopping off the ends of one zucchini. I just picked this out of my garden the other day, and then I'm going to grate it up. There's no need to peel the zucchini when you do this, and if you have some smaller zucchini, just use two. You need about a cup and a half of shredded zucchini. It doesn't have to be exact. Once you have your zucchini all shredded up, just transfer that into a medium-sized mixing bowl. Next, you're going to want to shred up about a half cup of cheese. You can use whatever you want. I'm going to use about a 50-50 mixture of fresh grated Parmesan and some sharp cheddar. This is going to kind of bind it all together and also just gives it a really nice cheesy flavor. That's probably slightly more than a half a cup, but I also think I have a little extra zucchini, so it'll be fine. And lastly, I'm going to chop up one green onion. This is totally optional. I just happen to have some around, and I think it gives it a really nice flavor. I like to slice these right down the middle, so you have two halves, and then you get some smaller pieces. That's it for all the chopping and grating. So now I'm going to move on to my zucchini. Once this has had a chance to sit with the salt, you're really going to be able to get a lot of moisture out of it. So when you squeeze that, you get quite a bit of liquid. So I'm going to squeeze this out over the sink, and then we're going to combine the rest of our ingredients. I got most of the moisture out of this. You can use a tea towel or a cheesecloth if you want to, but just using your hands is going to be good enough. Now we can add in the rest of our ingredients. So I'm going to add in my chopped green onion, my cheese. I'm going to add in about a half teaspoon of onion powder. You can add in a little bit more if you didn't add in the green onion. And about a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then to help bind it all together, I'm going to add in one egg and about a quarter cup of plain breadcrumbs. You can leave the breadcrumbs out if you want to make this low carb. It'll have a slightly different texture, but it still comes out really good. And then I'm just going to give this a nice mix together. Oh, and I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. You don't need to add any additional salt to this. There's going to be a little salt in the zucchini since we did salt that earlier. It's not going to make a huge difference, but there is plenty of salt with the cheese that you added. So this will be just fine without any additional salt. I have a parchment lined baking sheet here, and I'm just going to lightly spray that with some oil. And then by the tablespoonful, I'm just going to put down my zucchini mixture. I'm gonna press some of these together just a little bit more. My oven just finished preheating. These are all set for the oven. I'm gonna pop them in for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they're nice and golden brown, and then we'll give them a try. We're out in my garden now while the zucchini bites bake because I have a couple more zucchini that I have to pick today. Here is my zucchini plant, and this is one that I have to pick today. These grow so quickly. And here's another that is just about ready to be picked. Have a few more getting started over here, and a couple down here, and a few ants that'll be ready to be picked here in just a couple of days. The timer for my zucchini bites has just gone off, so I'm gonna pop this open and see how they turned out. These are looking fantastic. Here's a closer look at how these came out. They are nice and browned on the top and crispy on the bottom. So let's give these a try. Now these are fantastic dipped in ranch. You can have them just on their own as well, but let's give them a try. These came out amazing. These definitely would be really good all on their own. They have a nice cheesy flavor. I really love the combination of the Parmesan cheese and the sharp cheddar, but you can use whatever you want. I think this might be really good with some Gouda. You can mix up the seasonings. Definitely super simple to throw together and a great way to use up your zucchini. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell icon so you can get notified every time I post. As always, you can find the full recipe to this down in the description box below, along with links to all my social media pages so you can follow along for more cooking content. Hope to see you back here next time.